Hello everyone, my name is Abby Bliss White and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to do a foundation review and wear test of the this is the Cle de Peau Radiant Cream Foundation. This has an SPF of 25 and this has been reformulated. It now has a wider range of foundation color, so there is 24 to pick from, and this cream foundation is going to provide you with a radiant, slightly dewy finish. So I think this is going to be great for those of you with more dry, mature skin. I believe anybody could use this foundation, but I do think that my oily friends may not necessarily be looking for a dewy finish on their own naturally gorgeous skin. So what we're going to do today is we are going to put this foundation on my skin. I'm going to share what shade I picked up, as well as do a wear test for you, a couple different check-ins so you can see how this foundation wears on my more dry, mature skin. So if you are interested in learning a little bit more about this new formula of the Cle de Peau Radiant Cream Foundation, then let's go ahead and get started. Okay guys, I had many requests from several of you to give this Cle de Peau Radiant Cream Foundation a try. I'm pretty sure I used the old formula. I remember Tati doing a review on this back in the day. So I do remember liking the old formula, but I think there was a few other of the Cle de Peau foundations that I liked better. But so many of you wanted me to give this one a try, and I do love a radiant, slightly dewy finish, and I do love Cle de Peau. So here we are, we're gonna do a review of this today. And of course, I always struggle with picking the shades. And I was laughing because I was pulling out some of my other favorite foundations from Cle de Peau, and they are all different colors. But I think the best match for my light to medium skin with slightly rosy undertones truly is B20. Now I am going to swatch these ones. These are different formulas, but I have O10, I have O20, I have B20, and I ended up picking this up in the shade B20. So let me give you a quick swatch of these. Again, they are different formulas, and different formulas will have a slightly different undertone, or I think so, but I thought it might be helpful to share some of the other colors that I have. Okay guys, here is a swatch. These are different formulas, so I want to mention that. But in the Radiant Fluid Foundation, this one right here, this one I have O10, and right next to this I have the Radiant Matte Foundation, and this is in O20. This pulls way too peachy or orangey on my skin. And then next to this one I have the Radiant. This is the Radiant Fluid Foundation, and this is in O20. And then I have the Radiant Cream Foundation, and this one is in B20. And I know that it looks the most pink on my widest part of my arm. I also have and use the Cle de Peau. This is the Radiant Matte Foundation in B20. That one is my most used out of the Cle de Peau foundations. I just really like that one, even though it says it is a matte foundation, which you would think I would not be attracted to, but I did lend that out to a friend, so I'm sorry I can't swatch that one for you. But what I have found for myself is that the O versions, they totally work, but they will sort of bring out a little bit too much of orange or peach in my skin, like when I have taken pictures of myself later on, that they tend to look a little bit orangey, or my face will look a bit orangey because my neck is much more naturally rosy. So that's why I tend to like the B20s in Cle de Peau, because they have this slightly rosy undertone. Even though that looked like it was going to be very pinky on my skin, it truly doesn't dry down that way. So just giving you a heads up on that. I know oftentimes people will buy the O version to reduce any redness in the skin, but on my particular skin type, I have just found that it leans just a little bit too orangey for myself. So I hope this is helpful. Everybody's skin is going to be a little bit different. To be honest, we all have a myriad of colors in our skin. I've got both cool and warm undertones in my skin, but if I go for a true neutral, they will often pull ashy on my skin. So this truly is a little bit of an experiment. And of course, you can always mix your foundations to kind of customize the colors. That's what makeup artists do. So long story short, we're going to be using the color B20 on my skin. And this is an expensive foundation. This is $130. That's in line with Cle de Peau. It is a luxury brand. There is skincare benefits in this foundation. All of Cle de Peau's makeup is sort of infused with their proprietary complexes and such. They are first and foremost a skincare brand, and then it branched out into more color and such. They also expanded the color range. There is now 24 shades, very fair to darker skin tones and everything in between. And as with all Cle de Peau products, a little goes a long way. You don't want to use too much of this foundation. I find that it looks beautiful with a just light veil of it. So with that being said, let's go ahead and put this on my skin so you can see it in action. The Cle de Peau Radiant Cream Foundation has been reformulated. This now has 24 shades to pick from. This is a skincare based cream foundation with moisturizing, medium to full coverage that is going to visibly perfect your skin and give you a naturally dewy, lustrous finish. This provides exceptional all-day wear that's going to resist creasing and caking. This is formulated with deeply hydrating ingredients that comforts the skin while minimizing the look and signs of aging and imperfections. This is going to make your skin feel smooth and moisturized even after your makeup is removed. This is said to give your skin 24-hour moisture with continued use. It's going to improve skin's smoothness and radiance and diminish the looks and signs of aging, such as fine lines. This is dermatologist tested, non-comedogenic, and it has an SPF of 25 that's going to protect your skin from UV rays. This is a mix of chemical and physical sunscreens, and a few of the key ingredients are the Skin Empowering Illuminator that is powered by Precious Platinum Golden Silk that is proprietary to Cle de Peau. There is also Chestnut Rosa Fruit extract that defends against oxidation so that the color will stay true. There is a lasting control function that resists shine from excess sebum, dullness, and prevents makeup creasing. The Light Empowering Enhancer controls light on both the surface of the skin and beneath to amplify a radiant finish. Okay guys, this is what this foundation looks like. Just a small pea size. And what I have found is that you really do not need a lot of this product. Just a little bit is going to go a long way. And then what I like to do is let this sink in, kind of do its magic. This wears beautifully, but there is a period where you just kind of need to let it mesh in with the skin. So I'm going to go ahead and pop on a little bit of the Cle de Peau. This is the Radiant Corrector for the eyes, and this is what I prefer underneath my eyes. I do have their concealer, but I tend to use that one more as a spot corrector, more on the skin versus underneath the eyes, and I have yet to purchase the new one because I was told that there was not a huge difference between the new formula and the old formula, and I believe I have two of the concealers in two different colors already. So I was waiting on that one, but I do love this Radiant Corrector, so we'll put a little bit of that, and I am in the shade Beige. Okay guys, it's already starting to settle into the skin. It's been about 5 minutes, and I just really do love the finish once it sinks in, and this one wears beautifully throughout the day. Don't worry, I'm going to do a wear test today, but I did want to put on a little bit of bronzer, a little bit of blush, and I will set with a light dusting of powder. So I'm going to quickly go do that. I will keep it pretty minimal so we can actually see how this foundation performs. And I think most people do that as well. So we're going to go ahead, do that real quick. Okay guys, I'm bringing you up close so you can see this foundation in action. So I just finished off my face, light on the powder. I put on a little bronzer and blush. Okay, I am going to go about my day. I'm actually going to be doing a bunch of yard work. We got a bunch of mulch, so I'm going to be doing some manual labor in the yard today. I also want to go for a walk, so I will be sure to do at least one check-in, if not more, so you can see how this is wearing. Okay guys, I will be back in a bit. I hope you guys are having a great day as well. Okay, I am back, and I have had this foundation on for 6 hours, but I have to tell you, like, my arms are shaking. We have just moved, I don't know how many yards of mulch slash dirt into our backyard. I definitely got my workout in. My abs and my arms are going to be really sore tomorrow. So this is actually getting the test of time because that was a lot of hard work. And I'm going to bring you in a little bit closer. And I literally just came inside, so I may be a little extra dewy from this hard manual labor. But that being said, I have to say, I feel like it's giving me a very second skin natural look, and it is a bit dewy, and it is a teeny bit cold out here, and it was windy outside, so I feel like I got the full elements of this wear test and show you what it looks like. So I see a little bit of wear and tear around my nose, but again, you guys, this was a little bit harder wear test than normal because I was doing so much manual labor. So keep that in mind, but I do feel like it has a really nice, healthy glow, and I thought what I would do is just do one more check-in so we can, and what I thought I would do is just do one more check-in in a few more hours once I calm down. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, I am doing my final check-in. I have now had this foundation on for 11 and a half hours, and I'm gonna pull you in and show you what it looks like at the end of the day. Okay, as I had mentioned previously, this truly got a good wear test in. Did some hard work today. I am calmed down now, and my final thoughts on this Cle de Peau Radiant Cream Foundation is that it actually says what it's going to do. It does give you a nice radiant, slightly dewy finish, and that is what it promises. This does have an SPF of 25, which I appreciate as we are coming into the spring and summer months. Now, I'm someone who is always going to have my last step of my skincare be SPF, and then if I have sunscreen in my makeup, that's just bonus. So I never depend on my foundation to provide me with my sunscreen, if that makes sense. So the added SPF in here is just a little bonus. I do feel like the B20 is a very nice match for my light to medium skin with rosy to neutral undertones, and the texture of this foundation feels very second skin. It's very thin going on. It's easy to apply. You could apply it with your fingertips as well. Less is more, so although this is expensive, you do not use a ton of this product. And as far as comparisons, it is falling into one of my other favorite foundation camps, and that is the Chanel #1. This is the Revitalizing Foundation. This is a true favorite of mine, and as I'm saying this, I think we need to do a little video of my top favorite luxury foundations, because I definitely have a few that I feel strongly about. And this Cle de Peau Radiant Cream Foundation gives me similar vibes to my Chanel #1. This one's a bit more dewy than my #1, but I don't find it to be overly dewy. I did find there was one foundation from Cle de Peau. It was a cushion, and it was a very dewy cushion. Like it might have been the Radiant cushion, I'm not exactly sure, but that was one where I was like, okay, I definitely am beyond the radiant looking healthy skin, and I am starting to look downright greasy because the dewiness was just a bit too much. So although I have dry skin, I would say normal to dry, not extremely dry, and I do find that this gives me just that right touch of dewiness on my skin. So I think if you are a Cle de Peau fan and you love the ethos of this brand, this is a luxury brand. This is backed by a lot of scientific studies. It has been around, Cle de Peau has been around for years. I think you might really enjoy this foundation. I'm actually glad you guys went ahead and nudged me to try this, because I also think this is fantastic to travel with because it comes in a little plastic tube, and I think I'm going to take this foundation to Santa Barbara with me. We're going in a couple weeks, and I think this might be what I take instead of my cushion. So mixing it up a bit. So I hope this review was helpful. As always, I love to know, did you pick up this Cle de Peau? What are your thoughts? Do you love it? Do you think it's worth every penny? Let me know down below in the comment box. But thank you for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day.